welcome. My name is Fila and I am more than pleased to lead you through a trilogy of videos explaining the problems we are facing in African countries in the context of global competition and the solutions DeFi provides. This first episode is about business models for African countries, a proposal for a bridge between the helicopter macro and the market micro perspective on Africa's development. It's about more than just understanding the context, but also about a concrete proposal on how to act. Let's have a look on the business models of some selected countries. The USA has shifted more and more to global leadership on financial services as well as on software platforms and systems combined with selective industrial spots. England, on the other side, has a very strong focus on financial services combined with selective industrial spots. Germany's business model, with a robust industrial core combined with a diverse and broad supply structure, even including related services, is well known. Thinking about China, we do see very strong similarity to Germany. The model is based on a strong industrial core, with a focus slowly moving from low-tech to more and more high-tech products. At the same time, the very strong enthusiasm for technical innovations in the society is boosting the importance of locally provided services. Japan has a similar model like Germany, with a clear focus on high-tech products supported by a high enthusiasm for technical innovations within the society. And now, back to our central question. After around 60 years of independence, do you know any African country with a clear business model? The honest answer is most likely no. Is it that complicated for African countries to find some specific and promising fields to focus on for prosperity in today's globalized world? The answer here is no as well. But it's not that complicated. One of the biggest problems for the last 60 years is that whenever some plans are made, the perspective is usually very short-term, the approach is finite, and a generational orientation is missing. The recent history in China shows that at the start of consistent development processes, focusing on existing strength and nearby opportunities matters. What are those nearby opportunities for Africa? The by far biggest realistic opportunity is the domestic market for local goods and services, and this essentially includes all kinds of services at home, micro-mechanization in agriculture, affordable domestic tourism. You might be wondering how we came to this conclusion. Here we go. 5 of the key factors to get an entry ticket into today's global productive value chain are infrastructure, capital availability, legal security, skilled labor, and competitive labor costs. Africa only fulfills one of the 5, namely competitive labor costs. Asia has nearly monopolized the global supply for low-tech products, and this is going to last for a long time. For Africa, this means raw material supply will stay its only tangible contribution to the global productive supply chain for a long time. Does this mean the situation is hopeless for Africa? The answer is clearly no. With its growing and very young population, Africa has a sustainable demand for local goods and services. Your next question might be, why couldn't these domestic markets for local goods help Africa develop so far? Fair question, with a very simple answer. Across the continent, these markets are informal, unstructured, and very unprofessional. How to get out of this situation? The markets have to be structured and clustered. Clear parameters, specifications, standards, metrics, comparable factors have to be defined. Clustered online feedback forums for customers have to be developed, established and made transparent along the complete market. The providers need to professionalize. This happens automatically as soon as clear and transparent metrics for items like quality, price, delivery are established for goods and services, as well as when transparent visibility of customer feedback is provided. The resulting competition on productivity by providers to survive on the market leads to a continuously improving resource efficiency and output effectivity to get the vendor costs down. In the course of time, a scaling followed by a market concentration on the strongest providers could be expected. The targeted cost reduction from the provider side leads to an increased affordability on the customer side. In the optimal case, this may enlarge the size of the market and boost the country's GDP. The next inevitable question would then be, why hadn't African countries done this a long time ago? The answer? The infrastructure to bring all the potential providers and customers together and offer the necessary visibility on demand and offer is missing. Bear in mind that every single citizen is a potential provider as well as a customer at the same time. This is where we, as eFile, want to come in with hard and software products and trigger the creation of market infrastructure. We could provide indispensable, reliable addressing and localization of every single provider or customer, affordable broadband communication infrastructure instead of comparably expensive mobile data, reliable, comfortable, and affordable structure for mobile payment, and optimized data management offering a customized view on affordable market offers. The target is to offer to each peanut street vendor the possibility to acquire many more customers than those he can physically see through his daily walks, as well as the fair chance to show on a wide market how he potentially differs from other peanut street vendors in terms of quality, price, delivery, kindness, etc. As you can easily see on the small excerpt, the domestic market for local services is incredibly broad. Our long-term goal is to help build strong, specialized service providers with the potential and power to continuously extend their geographical range of operations. This should help to turn local know-how into competitive market expertise and train for later global competitivity. After having spoken about the potential of local services, you surely remember that we mentioned two further main fields of activities for local African markets with the potential to become part of a local business model. The one is the micro-mechanization of the agriculture. The second is affordable domestic tourism. If you want to find out more about these items, we encourage you to watch our following videos. Regarding the criteria to get an entry ticket for the global productive value chain, Africa, as in today, is too weak to compete. But Africa's domestic markets for local goods and services offer an optimal training field to identify and strengthen the definitely existing but badly managed local expertise. It will realistically take Africa at least one generation before becoming a relevant player for the first time in relevant niches. We at eFile will be an active part of that process, and you can too if you believe in our approach.